What is up, guys? It's your boy Phil Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here with our Week 5 matchup going against Rick and his team. If you guys can hit that like button if you haven't already subscribed and join the Phil Shocker crew today, because you be brilliant with the king of the crew. So, looking at this matchup, he did not bring what I thought he was going to bring. He brought Lapras, he brought the Poltergeist, and then he brought a lot of random things. He did bring the Tyranitar, which, in my opinion, wasn't that good versus me, so I don't know why. Coco was a solid option versus me, I would not lie, it was solid. Arcanine was another thing, like I said, that could be a decent solid option if you really wanted. And he went with Mega Gallade, which I also said was very solid. The only mods I think I got right were Poltergeist and G-Max Lapras. So, looking at this matchup, hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to join the Twitch Shocker crew today, because you be pulling with the king of the crew. So let's go ahead and break down this match. So looking at this matchup, but if that Coco has defog, if that Coco doesn't have defog, I get up webs for free. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get my webs up free. He's going for Lapras. He's actually going to reveal the tech here. I get my webs up, and I get a free T-Bolt off here. And that T-Bolt does so much damage. That's looking like standard Jolly Arcanine right here. So right here, I decided to go for the safe play here. This is Lapras is right in front of me. And this was the moment I was waiting for. To click sub as this Lapras the toxic and fails. I'm going to go ahead and get my Calm Mind up here. At +1, it is a chance to break the sub. So there's that. I took the risk going for the gamble as he's going to click freeze dry again. We luckily got the low roll there, and he didn't break my sub. So I'm going to go for a second Calm Mind right here, as he's going to go for the freeze dry here. And I'm going to recover here. He's going to go ahead and Dynamax up, and this is where controversy comes into play. He did not realize his Lapras. He did not realize his Lapras was a Dynamax Lapras. Because for a lot of you that may or may not have done G-Maxing leagues, with your G-Max Pokemon, in order to use them on Showdown, you have to go from the Ubers, like just type in, like say, Gengar, and it shows you Gengar and G-Max Gengar. You have to click G-Max Gengar, and then have to have a Ghost move in order to use its G-Max move. Or just to have the G-Max in general, it's just to make sure you have the G-Max. But he did not. And with that being said, he had no avail. He did ask me, and you're going to see in the section right here, if we could restart. But here's the problem with that. There could have been a chance my Primarina could have gotten burned from the Flare Blitz. There could have been a chance that I would not gotten my second Spadef, my second Calm Mind off here. And just in general, it could have been a little unfairness to me. I mean, it's early in the game. We could have done it. But again, and then there could have been the potential chance of a freeze with freeze dry on me as well. Like, I just felt like personally, and I'll take a page out of everyone else that battles me. I did say no. If this was roughly 2 to 3 turns in, I would be 100% open to restart the battle. Or even when he realizes before the battle starts, I would have 100%. 100%. But we were already in, and I don't want to be. You guys can single me out as being a dick, a jerk, whatever. That I didn't let him redo the game so he can have a G-Max Pokemon. I understand that, but there is the option he did say he just got home, so he should have had, like, this is enough, and this for me as well. I do make sure I double check my teams to make sure they're right. I've been doing that lately just because, you know, it's a force of habit of you think they are, they're not, but yeah, so I decided. And again, you guys want to say I'm a hater, you want to say I'm a jerk, or whatever the heck, go ahead and say it in the comment sections. Just know that this happens to me, and then people don't show remorse. So I'm not trying to be like that type of person that does the same thing to people. I'm willing to start over as long as it's not too early. Because I know what you're saying, 9 turns in, that's probably early. If it's roughly 5 or less, it's early. And that's when I'll be willing. But if it goes to 6 and over, technically the game has already started and you can't stop it. I'm going to stop rambling and get on to this battle for you guys. So he did the honorable thing, and first off, that's a lot of respect to Rich, though, to switch out. I mean, You may think it's like, oh, it's just standard. He's just going to go ahead and switch his Pokemon out because of the ruling. He technically didn't have to do that. He technically could have just wasted. But I think he knew that it wasn't going to be fair on me if he can have a Dynamax Lapras that can just set up Hail and chip down my team. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't want Hail to stay up longer for his side as well. Yeah, but in comes this Arcanine. I am going to go for the Moonblast, just to chip, and we're going to get rid of that Arcanine. In comes the Tapu Koko here. I am just going to go ahead and click Moonblast. Unless this Coco's AB for some reason, it's not living ahead, and down goes Tapu Koko. And now in comes the Mega Gallade. And right here, I had a choice. I had a choice to save Primarina to beat the rest of his team, or I had the decision of letting Primarina just go down here. And ultimately, I decided to let Primarina go down. The reason why I was going to say is because with that Gallade, I can go for a max Airstream, I can go for anything freely, and then I can just click my Grass move constantly. I could essentially also bulk up in front of this Gallade as well, and then just G-Max, Airstream, and then just start clicking buttons to win the game. So I was totally fine with letting my Primarina go down, as he needs to go for the Zen Headbutt. It is a semi-roll to kill the Zen Headbutt, but he does go for the Shadow Sneak. And I don't know, I think he was conceding defeat. I feel like there was a part of him that was conceding defeat for some reason. I don't know why. But I feel bad for the guy. I really do. Either there was a misclick, or he just was like, you know what, I don't think I can win this game. I'm just going to go ahead and just say, you know what, I'm just going to go to this and that, you know. And, yeah, but I don't know why he did what he did. It's his decision, but Primarina gets 3 kills. In comes this Lapras, and I am just going to spam Moonblast, which actually turns out to be pretty much max defense Lapras on the Spadef side. So if I get a crit right here, it's dead, but I don't get the crit. I do get a special attack drop. I thought for a funny second I could have lived, but I'm going to go into my Rillaboom and let him clean up game here. Because I could have gone into Urshifu, but I didn't want to take any risks because I didn't have any way to stop the said Poltegeist from doing much versus me. And, I mean, Wutai would have been really good. I could have set up a bulk up and then go for my Surging Strikes. But, again, I didn't feel like... Because he could have... Because, again, he could have Toxic me, he could have Freeze-Dried me, and he could have gone into Freeze. He would have gotten massive chip on me as well. That could have allowed a Poltegeist or a T-Tar to live a hit and then come in on me, so I just didn't want to risk that. So I went with the safer play and went with Tarzan. And I went for my Max Quake to get a Spadef boost. And I'm going for my G-Max Drum Solo, and it's actually going to knock out the Poltegeist. In comes my Tyranitar, and I'm just going to go for G-Max Drum Solo, and it is going to be enough to knock him out. And we do pick up the W 5-0. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I don't feel proud winning this game. This game was definitely a hard one for me personally, because this was like, again, it had such a stacked team of just threatening mons. Not a lot of bulk, not a lot of removal, and just stuff, but it was just a stacked team to struggle with. And the fact that he didn't bring the mons that I was so worried about really paid big dividends, I'm going to say, for me, because he didn't bring what he should have brought. If he brought what he brought, he really could have done wonders for me. He really could have. But, you know, it's just how the cookie crumbles. It's just how the cookie crumbles. It's a shame to say it. But, yeah, so that's it. We're going to go ahead and pick up the 5-0 win. We are now going to go to being 2-3, I believe. Even though we should have not been 2-3 to begin with. But I think we go 2-3. We still have the playoffs hopes. Again, we have 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 4 weeks left. I have to essentially win 3 of those 4 weeks to guarantee playoffs. If I lose one more game, then it's pretty much win out. So, a lot of my fate is up in the air right now. So I just have to pray to God that I can do what I can to pick up the next couple of W's, but some of our opponents are stall players, some of them are just too goddamn good, and then just some are just going to be hard. So I don't know if I can honestly do it, but I'm going to very well try my very hardest for you guys and everyone else that watches these videos. But with all being said, I'm in Phil Chuck and the Icy Hedgehog. I'm going to go ahead and get some dinner after it's 7:30 p.m., and I'm going to move my car. Until next time, guys, I'm Phil Chuck and the Icy Hedgehog. Peace.